and let us get on to Don't Worry, Darling,
Don't worry, darling.
which at least three of us have seen now. And Holly, we won't put you through trying to talk about this. So Sharon, you saw it. What did you think?
Yes, I think the twist makes this film.
Okay.
So I think other than that, if it was, because when you get to a certain point where you're thinking, where is this going? What is this about? Is this, are we watching Stepford Wives in the modern day? And
Yeah.
then I think just having that twist in the middle transforms the film. And then I think I'm glad you didn't spoil it when we talked about it, Shaun, last week.
Yeah, well, I
if
tried
you
not
had,
to. I
it would
really,
have been,
yeah, totally, yeah.
you
I
can
did.
sort of like you could kill this film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
I
could. You would
thought,
totally kill this film.
yeah, I liked it. I thought I liked the look of it, but that sort of that heightened reality look about it, because you're thinking there's something going on here, but you don't know quite what. And
Yeah.
then as one of the characters is trying to work out what's going on, they know something's quite a little bit off, but they can't put their finger on it. And as we're working it out at the same pace, and I felt that as the sort of the character started to unravel or unpeel the layers of what was happening, we were at pace with her. So I felt that I was at pace with her. So when she worked something out, I was in my head trying to work it out, thinking, what is going on? What is that? What is all the symbolism that we're seeing going on? What's all that about? And then when you get this sort of revelation, it's like, all this symbolism is leading to this. And I thought they did it really well. I enjoyed the film, and I thought, yes, I liked the fact that it makes sense when you know what it's all about. Which is because sometimes you get this sort of revelation and you're thinking, it still doesn't make any sense. What's that bit about? What about that bit? But this was like, actually, it makes sense. So yeah, it holds up to scrutiny. So I liked it. What did you think, Toast?
I thought it was good. It made me, and I think part of what they're trying to do with this film is that they're actually trying to, I think they're trying to make you think, obviously. And the big thing that made me think about it is because obviously it's set in the 50s. Everything in this film is all about the 50s. Shaun was talking about the cars, and obviously, but this is like a perfect version of 1950s America. It's like a unnervingly perfect version of 1950s America. And it makes me wonder why is it that when you think about perfect society, people almost automatically revert to the 50s? And it may go, why do we immediately go there? Because some things happen in the film later on that make that question even bigger in my mind. Like, why do we immediately go to the 50s when we're thinking about perfect society and all that? The twist, as you say, the big thing when they reveal what everything, because it's no secret that there is something going on. When they reveal what is going on, I have to admit I was disappointed, because when they revealed what was going on, I was kind of like, I was hoping it would be more.
It's funny you should say that, because having viewed the film the second time,
yeah,
the film is just totally about control. It's all about control. The whole film, all the way through. And there's so many now, because I knew what was happening. There's the dinner scene. They're having a conversation about, where did you meet and all that. And I was well, yeah. And especially for me, the thing that really nailed it was the dance scene. When they go to the dance scene, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? And it was like, there you go, puppet master. So for me, this film was all about total control. And as I say, I haven't seen it the second time. It's like, well, actually, that is quite subtle and that is quite clever.
Yeah, but there are, and I think we need to stop quickly because we're getting reasonably close. We're getting really close.
Okay.
Somebody Holly, you can tell us whether we're getting closer and closer to you trying to put two and two together and figure out what's going on in this film without watching it. But it's
working on it.
Yeah,
not there yet.
Yeah, so there's so yeah, I mean when they did the twist, when it comes up and everything, like it tells you when you find out what's going on, I was a little bit disappointed. And it gave me a lot of questions. I was like, okay, how does that work? Like Sharon, you're right. It makes sense, but it makes sense at a level of level 1. But then when you now say, okay, so if that happens, there's implications that come from that. How does the next level work? How does the next hang on? But
Tosin, that's when you have to see the film again, because you know me, I am normally very highly critical about things like that.
Yeah.
Things like we're talking about. But there are things in this film that make that all sense. not necessarily that. Do you know what I mean with the?
Yeah. I know. There's so
much.
much. There's so much we just can't say. There's so much we just can't say. But there are bits. But I have to say a word for Timothy Simons. Timothy Simons, who plays the Doctor. He plays the Doctor in this, and he plays a character called Jonah in the TV show Veep. And the second he shows up, because he's a creep in Veep, but it's kind of like it's played for comedic effect. But the way he's used in this film, just kind of like, oh, he is horrible. I mean, somebody get rid of him. Somebody do something that is like, no, do not let him examine you. Don't let him anywhere near you.
He's got that look. Yep.
He just has that look that makes you go,
straight away, isn't it? Yeah, you first see him, you think, oh.
You see him and you go, he's a bad one. And even in
you
Veep,
see now, there's some threads in the movie about that as well, which is quite interesting, which I picked up on, which you probably, Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's a kind of film where we could all sit down and we could just have like a big, okay, let's go. We've all seen the film. Let's just go for it and let's talk about exactly what this is and what this means and all that.
We've often said we should do a spoiler thing, shouldn't we? And have just like to do a thing where we can actually do spoilers, but we actually say, if you want to see this review, there are spoilers.
Yeah, there's spoilers. This is us getting into it.
Just getting into meat and bones.
So either Holly, you need to go see Don't Worry, Darling, or the three of us need to come up at some point and then just go, all right, cool, that's it, guys. The next hour, Don't Worry, Darling. And I could talk about the things about it that did not quite work for me, and you can talk about the things, because there is one question. There's one question that there's a big question, sure. And for me, it's a why would you do that? It's a why would you do that? Like the way you and I would love to hear from you, Shaun, and see why for you it isn't a why would you do that. But anyway, that is it. Don't worry, darling. Until next week, when we will see whatever's in cinema, and I will attempt to actually get to a cinema and hopefully see The Woman King. And hopefully see The Woman King.
So. I would really like you to see that.
Yes, let you know what's good. Until next week, it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from me.
And for me.
And from me.
Okay, Holly.
Oh, well done, Holly. Well done, Holly.
Stick it out.
Get well soon, mate.
That you just saying the and from me, I could feel the effort it took to say that. So thank you. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you so much.
And
go lie down.
I'd like to hear what you thought of Devil in Ohio as well.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
All right, cool.
Without it causing you pain. We'll do that.
All right, cool, guys. Till next week.